Sigma males never engage in a number of certain behaviors. These are the traits that distinguish them from the average guy and contribute to their greater success in life. Even though some of these may seem obvious, others may not be. Sigma males appear to have an intrinsic awareness of what works and what doesn't, whereas alpha male behaviors are frequently learned through trial and error. Naturally, this does not imply that Sigmas are faultless. Like everyone else, they make errors. However, they typically make distinct kinds of errors and quickly grow from them. Despite the fact that they do stand their ground, they are not the sort to cause issues. Here are 9 things that Sigma guys would never do if it were necessary to defend themselves or others. Number 1. They never anticipate events to take place. Expecting things to happen is a surefire way to be let down because life is unpredictable. Sigmas constantly plan for the worst while wishing for the best. They are realistic in their expectations, which does not imply that they are pessimists. They also don't assume anything without question. Even the nicest things in life can be taken away at any time. They are aware of this. Instead than anticipating things to happen, they thus make the most of them now. Sigma men concentrate on getting things done. They make plans and strive to achieve them. Furthermore, even if they fall short of their objectives, they do not view it as a failure. Instead, they keep going forward and learn from their errors. All Sigma guys aim for the moon. They will still land among the stars even if they miss. Number 2. They never cheat a partner either. People cheating on their partners is growing more prevalent in our day and age. It's simpler than ever to flirt with people we like on social media and reconnect with ex-lovers. However, Sigmas are aware that cheating is a tremendous betrayal of trust as well. It will be quite challenging to regain your partner's trust if you betray him or her. The fact that there are many fish in the water is also known to single males. A Sigma male can cheat, but it's unlikely. If they're unhappy with their current spouse, they'll quit the relationship before going on to someone else. It's quite improbable. When they select a spouse, they typically have the long term in mind. Number 3. They are never arrogant. It's normal to be proud of our successes, but occasionally we can go too far. Males in particular. Men who are humble and modest can be refreshing contrasted to others who are constantly boasting in an effort to impress, which is why women are frequently drawn to them. Furthermore, keeping your mouth shut at work shows humility. I can assure you that if you underpromise and overdeliver, your employer will be much more impressed. Then, Sigma males are also conscious that boasting might make them appear uneasy if you overpromise and underdeliver. They would rather let their activities speak for themselves rather than feeling the need to prove themselves to others. Number 4. They don't go with the flow. Men who are single tend to be independent thinkers who don't just do as everyone else. They are prepared to follow their own path, even if it means standing out from the crowd. This enables them to remain true to who they are and what they stand for. They are also less likely to be exploited or manipulated by others as a result. Of course, this doesn't imply that Sigmas disregard other people's advice. They simply aren't frightened to think independently and take independent action. Even though it goes against the grain, it could be simpler to follow the crowd. The ideal way to live isn't necessarily that. You try to forge your own special route each time you deviate from the norm. This is more intriguing and more lucrative as well. We were given 2 ears in one mouth for a reason. As a result, we should say less and listen more. Rather than blindly following the herd, we can learn from others and make our own well-informed decisions. Number 5. They never terminate a relationship by social media, email, or text messages. In that they think some things should be done in person, single males are outdated. They would never, for instance, break up a relationship by text or social media. They are aware of how disrespectful and cowardly this is. They will break up in person if they wish to stop a relationship. In order to provide both parties an opportunity to express their opinions. Sigmas possess self-assurance and the ability to handle challenging conversations. They recognize that some things are best done in person and are considerate of other people's sentiments. Relationships are ending more and more frequently these days over text or social media. We don't always have the patience to wait for face-to-face interactions since we live in a world that values rapid gratification. You can't always settle problems by sending a short SMS or email. It's simple to stop a conversation by text message or social media. This is not the case, though. Number 6. They never yield to unreasonable requests. Their time is valuable, and they won't squander it by yielding to unjustified or pointless demands. They won't follow instructions blindly if someone asks them to perform something that doesn't make sense. This relates to the Sigma's independence of thought. They refuse to follow orders simply because they are given and challenge authority. But that doesn't always imply that Sigmas are disobedient. Simply put, they want to make sure that the demands made on them are worthwhile. They won't comply if they're not, so be sure of that. This is one of the factors that contributes to Sigma guys' strong personalities in the modern society. With so much information at our fingertips, it's more crucial than ever to think for oneself. We cannot rely on other people to decide for us. We must be able to cut through the clutter and determine what is truly deserving of our time and attention. We can all learn from the expertise of Sigma guys in this area. Number 7. They never forget where they came from. No matter how successful they get, Sigmas never forget their roots. They continue to be modest and are grateful for all the things and people who have supported them. They don't always live in the past, but that doesn't mean they forget the things they've learned or the people who have helped them. The capacity of Sigma guys to relate to people from all areas of life is one of their best qualities. They are equally at ease conversing with a CEO as they are a destitute person. They understand that everyone has a story to tell and should be heard, so they do this. I'm not referring to idle conversation. I refer to sincere, meaningful talks. In a society that is growing more estranged, single guys are a welcome change. They value interpersonal relationships and make an effort to establish deeper connections with others. Instead of chit-chatting, try having some meaningful conversations with people. Each of us has a history that has influenced who we are today. We must keep in mind that where we come from does not necessarily define where we are now. We should not let our past dictate who we are or what we do now. Number 8. They avoid drama and rumors at all costs. A guaranteed method to attract attention is to be a drama queen or king, but that's not the attention you want. Because gossip is a waste of time and Sigma males are drama junkies, they prefer to spend their time on activities that are more useful to them. This does not imply that Sigmas are faultless. They simply have a knack for choosing battles. There's nothing wrong with occasionally being a touch dramatic, but Sigma knows when to stop. They make wise use of their discernment in the modern world because they are aware that there is a time and place for everything. Drama is all too easy to get sucked into. We are continually inundated with headlines and stories that are meant to elicit a strong emotional response, but we don't have to fall into the trap. It gets worse. Some guys put up with drama. She continually treads carefully for fear of provoking her. This not only uses up a lot of their energy, but it can also cause a lot of issues later on. A Sigma guy would not find serenity in a relationship like this, and the hassle would not be worth it. Number 9. They never assign responsibility to anyone else. Accusing others of something is pointless. The only way forward is to accept responsibility for your own actions. Even when it's not convenient, single claimants always accept responsibility for their own acts. They can handle anything life throws at them because they are strong and resilient. They also stand apart from other guys in the modern world who are quick to point the finger onto mothers when something goes wrong. When anything goes wrong, finding someone to blame is simple. We can put the blame on society as a whole, the economy, our job, or even our parents. But in the end, we are the only ones who have authority over our own behavior. After work or at lunch, we watch movies and then whine that we don't have time to work on our side business. While sitting on the couch and indulging in junk food, we claim to desire to be in shape. Although we have no influence over other people's behavior, we do have power over our own. And if we're not pleased with the outcomes, it's time to own up to our mistakes and make some adjustments. Sigma men never assign blame, they always find a solution.
Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And do share with your friends so we may continue to create them. To see more videos like this, subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Additionally, make sure to check out our other videos. Thank you for watching.